Ever wondered if you can downgrade your iPhone 4S to iOS 5? Well, you can, and this is not dual booting. But the biggest caveat is you need iOS 7.1x blobs, as we use Powder Snow to do this. So no 7.0x, as that is not compatible with whatever build of Powder Snow this uses with Legacy iOS kit, and anything newer than iOS 7.1x will also not work. Although if for some reason you have iOS 5 blobs, you can probably use those too to downgrade, and that would be a lot better because then it would be native. But anyway, here's how to do it. The first thing I recommend you do is jailbreak first and foremost, because we will be using this for KDFU. But if you have an Arduino, then you don't even need to do that. Also ignore the fact I will be demonstrating this with a device already on iOS 5. I already have the blobs for it, so it really doesn't matter. And it is pretty much the same exact process as iOS 7.1x. Okay, so the first thing you're gonna wanna do is go into Safari and put in this URL right here, linsysjb.com. And I'm on a unsupported device, but if you are on 7.1x as it's supposed to be, you would just see jailbreak here, and your device will be completely jailbroken untethered after you hit that jailbreak button. It will reboot when you're done. And also, you got to be careful with this to not try to mess anything up, as there's always a chance of boot loop either way, and it's not really smart doing this blobless, but we're gonna anyway. Once you have Cydia on the home screen, go ahead and open it up, and go ahead and search for OpenSSH. Make sure to install this. And once you have this installed, you can also probably go and install core utilities, but it's not really needed if you're just trying to do normal KDFU. Okay, and now you will need a computer to proceed, specifically a computer running macOS and or Linux, because we of course are going to be using Legacy iOS kit, and this must be 64-bit on either macOS or Linux, of course. I will of course have this linked in the description, but what you're going to want to do is you're going to go scroll down, find releases, click that, and grab the Legacy iOS kit zip folder. Make sure to extract it, and once you have it extracted, you will see this file, which we will be needing the whole time we do this, restore.sh. So you're gonna go hop into the terminal here, grab restore.sh. You're probably gonna need your passwords, make sure to do that. And of course, you would need your device plugged in. We're gonna want to save some things before you proceed. You're gonna wanna grab SSH blobs. You're gonna do an onboard blob dump. This will also, of course, be in the description, but you're gonna wanna go to ipsw.me. Find iPhone, scroll down until you find iPhone 4S. So click on this and scroll down until you find whatever version of iOS 7 you have, whether that be iOS 7.1, iOS 7.1.1, iOS 7.1.2. I'm going to be grabbing the one for iOS 7.1. So I would click on this and just hit download on that. And since we're here, we're also going to need another IPSW, and this one is for whatever iOS version you want to downgrade to. Of course, I would recommend going to iOS 5 as it will run the fastest. And the best versions for iOS 5 are either iOS 5.1 or iOS 5.1.1, because the iOS 5.0x versions, although they are very cool, they're very buggy and have a ton of SSL issues. So that's exactly why I'm going to be downgrading to iOS 5.0. So I'm going to go grab that IPSW file right here. And yeah, and once you've downloaded that, you can go select the IPSW to save your SSH blob. Now, you would select iOS 7.1, and I'm on iOS 5.1.1 at the moment, so of course this will not work. But then you would hit save onboard blobs, and you would use KDFU, and you would be prompted to put in a password, and that would be this, ALPINE, all lowercase. And you would hit enter, and then you would be able to save your onboard blobs. And once you have done that, also like me, you're probably going to be prompted to drag restore.sh back into the terminal, so do that. It's gonna make me put in my password again. And as you can see, there's this big thing up here that says your device starts with IMEI 9900, and this means there's activation issues. So I recommend you do, if you are already activated and you didn't bypass activation or anything like that, go ahead and to MISC Utilities, grab your activation records. And now you are ready to do a restore. So go into restore.sh, drag it back in here, of course. Go to restore downgrade. You're gonna use Powder Snow 7.1x blobs. You're gonna select your target IPSW, which is the iOS version that you want to downgrade to. So go ahead and select that right now. I'm gonna go find my iOS 5.01, and for some reason it's not popping up in my Linux thing, so I'm just gonna drag the thing right here anyway. And the next thing to do would be to grab your base IPSW, which mine is 7.1. And for some reason, I can't get it to pop up for my target IPSW, so I'm just going to select 5.0.1. And then the next thing you're going to want to do is select your base SSH. And mine is right here, so I'm going to select that. And once your base SSH and everything is selected, you're going to want to do start restore. And you're just going to hit yes for the jailbreak option, yes for memory option, creating IPSW because this is the default. I don't know whatever amount of RAM you have on your PC, but if you're like lower than 8 gig, you can probably hit no, but I'm going to hit yes. Verbose boot, this just shows code while you're booting. I'm going to hit no. KDFU, you're going to want to hit yes. And of course, put in your root password, which is ALPINE. And looks like I got it in. And there we go, we're now restoring. And I'm gonna leave this here so you can see what goes on. Also, I forgot to put this in here, but here is the iPhone 4S, just if you're curious what it looks like as this happens. And there you go. As you can see, we are restored to iOS 5. Now let's go through the setup right now. I'm already hacktivated, so I just ended up using the same tickets from when I hacktivated. So I'm gonna disable location services right now. And let's pretend that I'm not gonna have to reactivate this. And now we should actually be hacktivated and activated, whatever, it doesn't matter. And just like that, we are on iOS 5. And yeah, let's act like I didn't have to reactivate this whole thing because I expected Legacy iOS Kit to find some activation files for this for some reason. And as proof, we are on iOS 5.0.1. If you enjoyed this video and found it helpful and or interesting, please consider dropping a like, subscribing and notifications on, and sharing this to someone that would do the same. Check out my social media accounts, which will be in the description and in the end card. I have a second YouTube channel, a Twitter, a Reddit, and a TikTok. And yeah, this has been Derek from Certified Legacy, and I will see you in the next video. Bye-bye.
What we do here is go back.
Oh.